All right, here we are. We're creekside once again. We're going to continue our fishing series that we started last week. If you haven't seen that video and most missed it, here's the thumbnail right here. Check it out. In that video, we grabbed two Y branches and created an L7 trigger system, kind of like this, where there was a leader attached to the trigger system and tossed into the water. Once the fish grabs that hook, the actual L7 here will pull away, causing the spring pull to set the hook. And we caught a sunfish out there, not too shabby. And as we talked, it's a numbers game. So if I can catch 10 sunfish in an hour or two and feed myself for 1 or 2 days versus sitting out there trying to catch a catfish or a bass and spending 8 to 12 hours and catching nothing and starving, it's, smart money to go ahead and go for the pan-sized fish and at least have some type of food. Very worst case, take one of those fish, cut the tail off or cut a piece of meat off there, put it on a hook, then toss that into the water and passively fish for a catfish that evening as you're camping out or sleeping. So again, if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Today, like I already said, we're creekside, and I want to talk about active fishing. Now, a hobo reel comes in all shapes and sizes. It could be something as simple as just taking a branch off of a tree and wrapping line on it. It's a place to store line to where you can actually take it and fling it forward with your thumb and let go, and it will spool out to the water. Then simply reel it back in. Or option number 2, hold that stick or that piece or that bottle or something of a shape of a cylinder, again, to store the line, and take your other hand, swing it around, fling it out, and it will spool off that way as well. Stop it, simply wrap it back on there. Once you get a fish, you can actually yank it, set it, and bring it in. Now, as discussed last week, the difference between active and passive fishing. In passive fishing, the fish are doing the work for you. You put a trap in the water. Our L7 spring pole snare turned into a fishing pole, an automatic fishing pole. The fish hit the hook, they get caught, they did the work. A gill net, they go into it, get stuck, they did the work. Jug fishing, limb lines, things like that. Something you can throw in the water and walk away. Passive fishing. Today's video, active fishing, we're out there trying to make things happen. We're trying to catch those fish. Now, looking at this, there's a larger end here, and that side is a smaller end. I'm going to hold it in my hand like this, okay? Now, judging where my thumb is, anywhere from here to a good 2 inches back, I want to go ahead and remove the bark and kind of round the top of it out. Next, you want to go ahead and get these nubs off here. Just make it more comfortable to hold on to. Looking at the area that we carved the bark off, you notice a step down. That's called a bevel. It's lower than the top portion. We did this for 2 reasons. 1, so when we load our line on here and we fling it out by lifting our thumb, or spin it like this and let it go, there's nothing that's going to stop that line. It will go off smoothly. The next reason why it's a step down is so when you reel it back in, it's going to hit that bevel and slide into position. At this point right here, you can go ahead and be done and just start loading your line onto the barkless area and get out there and start fishing. But as mentioned when we first started this video, is that you can make some of these hollowed out to hold some gear. So we're going to attempt that with this one right here. The trick is getting a knife or getting a stick that's wider than your knife blade. Makes sense? Because you're going to go ahead and stick it in the back here and you're going to start coring it out by carving it around in circles like this, getting the powder, dumping it out, and just continue on until you get it all the way down as far as you can go. All right, so far so good. We're looking outstanding. We're all hollowed out and ready to drop in our tackle. Small lead weights, those small snell hooks or treble hooks, maybe even a small lure might fit inside here. But what's going to happen? It's all going to fall out. So I want to put some type of plug inside here, like an end cap. So think of it like this. This branch was green when we cut off that tree. What happens to a green branch in 1 to 2 or 3 weeks? It's going to shrink. So if my plug is green, it's going to shrink as well. It's going to fall right out. I want to give this green branch something to shrink against. So I'm going to find a dry stick, a dead stick. We're going to carve it with a bevel, same as this, wedge it inside there, and then we'll cut it off. So those that fish, tie whatever fishing knot you want to put on here. If not, a simple arbor knot will suffice. I've shown that 10,000 times. Once you do that, all you're going to do is add your line to it. Just try and keep it even, just go back and forth till you get a good probably 30 to 40 yards on here, maybe 50 at most. Sometimes you get lucky, the ground's wet, you pull out these clumps of grass like that. A lot of times there's worms just hanging out in there. Look at that, right there, see that? First shot. Got a nice fatty right there. Now, as discussed, we have two options with this. I can place my thumb over the line like so, bring it behind me, and fling it forward. As I fling forward, I'm going to lift my thumb off the line, and it will spool on out or cast into the water. Then to simply reel it in, I'll grab the line and just do this motion around the hobo reel. Okay? Let's go ahead and give that a shot. The problem is, a lot of beginners, if you fling it forward and don't hold on, where's the hobo reel going to go? In the water. So hold on to it. Now I'm right-handed, so here's option B. I'm going to hold it in my left hand with my thumb on the line. Taking my right hand, I'm going to spin it around like so. Once I let go of it with my right hand, I'll lift my thumb on my left hand. And there you go, hobo reel fishing at its best. And to be really honest, all you have to do is actually find a stick and just put the bevel on it, like I said, wrap your line on there, and you're in business. This one here, I wanted to show you that it's possible to actually hollow it out and make room for some tackle. And this can be tossed into a backpack, glove box, cargo pocket, and you have it for when you need it. So with that, let's end this bad boy off. All the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. One, my Amazon affiliate page, and 2, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my description box. Now please do me that favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.